Hey everyone, Dan here. It's after hours on Wednesday, March 17th. Wanted to take a look at Plug. Let me plug the channel first. If you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And let's get right into it. So I guess Plug, I didn't know this. I read something about it briefly after hours. I guess it had disclosed some accounting errors or potential accounting errors that might affect several years of financial documents, and so that sort of like caused a pretty rough sell-off here. But it caught itself. There was this previous double bottom, so that would have indicated that should be a strong area of support. And as you see here, there was a lot of selling pressure, so it did stretch below, but not very far. And so that's why we always look for these levels to see what happens, and don't just immediately say, oh, that's my black and white, cut it off, 33.44, because if you had done that, you would have been a very sad person for the rest of the day. So the interesting thing here, obviously, is how quickly this got bought up in the pre-market, and then had some pushback, caught itself at this 35.48 support, and then bumped back through quite nicely. So, and it's still going strong in the after hours. So I think people just see a ton of upside here, and maybe folks, I don't know, maybe there's been some sort of counter narrative that's come out, and I don't know, and that's part of what's driving this uptick. But people clearly have a lot of confidence in this company and saw this as a really great buying opportunity. So, as we look to retrace back into the mid and high 40s, these are zones that I think will be support now, since the price is above it. So several levels of support in case it does get additional negative catalysts, or for any reason there's more selling pressure that sort of inflicts itself on Plug. I'd be looking to see what it does at each of these support levels to see if I think it's worth holding, or cut loss, or whatever, or dip buy opportunity also. So several levels of support is nice, and then there are also several levels of resistance on the way up to the high 40s. But I think what you essentially just want to look for is for it to just kind of plug away at each of these zones, hit it as resistance, flip it into support, and then do that with the next one. And if it can do that, it'll start to establish a nice channel that we can chart, and that'll give us much more predictable price activity to buy and sell off of. And so, we can do a follow-up with that. One thing that I did put in earlier that I thought might be happening, even though there was this insane catalyst for this, there was this gap that was left here on the 9th of March, and I thought, well, it may come back pretty strong to fill that gap. And so that's essentially, it's entered that now. So that's pretty interesting. That would drive it up to about 39.89 to fill that gap. So it's getting close. And if that happens, it'll be interesting to see what happens after the gap is filled. So I think that 40.05, this next resistance level that it has coming up, will be really telling. Was this retracement just to fill that gap, or is there actually something to this that's sort of no, there's a ton of bullish strength in Plug, and it's going to sort of survive this, the news of the day. So that's what I see for Plug. I wish you guys luck if you're in this, and or if you get into it. I hope it turns out well for you. Definitely, if you have your own ideas or questions, put them in the comments below. Those things benefit everyone. And I will see you all in the next video.